started my career in 2000 no, 20 years ago now, and arrived in Milano, was the star system, and I grew in this mood. It was in 2000, but the world changed, and I don't believe anymore about the fashion and the star system. Fashion is not, it's fashion. Furniture design is different, and the responsibility of the designer now and more is to thinking about timeless. Timeless is the very important thing about everything. Life is timeless, and it's very important to be quiet with that, and to a product is not fashion, not for this industry. Fashion is a textile, of course, marketing, they make a lot of business. The fashion world is a huge business, but furniture is different. And we need time. When we introduce every year a new product in Milano or different fair around the world, the product need time to run trends, need time to grow in the mind of the people, about the business, about to understand the product. And it's a question of timing. And yes, it's totally different with the fashion world. I don't like fashion anymore because it's suspicious. And it's time to be honest. You know, when you collaborate with company, I'm lucky now because I make choice. And the key is to have a nice dream, a nice teamwork. I'm just a designer. I'm alone. Without the company, I can't do anything. And the ego is not enough, you know. And my job is just to try to make something good for the company. Of course, to make business, this company needs to sell. This is the key. But in the end, to do something honest on the market, to introduce something very, honest. It's very, very important for me. The world changed, the acceleration of the world. Social media, you know, one of my best friends come from the big industry of this new tech, this famous social media. And we have a lot of conversation together every day about that. And when it started 20 years ago, big company in California, they don't thinking about that, the consequences of that. I have kids, my daughter, and I need to protect my kids and to be sure she learn the culture and the emotion and the sensibility, because social media, it's a quick information, but you don't have time to build yourself. And this technology is very trendy. It's a huge business. It's very important for the evolution of big company. But in parallel, we need to be sure we introduce culture and sensibility without go back to the Middle Age. And sometimes I have the feeling we are in the Middle Age with the new tech, you know. And I don't want to live in this kind of world. It's the reason why the culture is the key. Design is it's a response of these things, but it's not enough. It's an attitude every day. But at the end of the day, we live with product, we live with human, we live with people, we need to talk and we need to touch. Of course, we are in Zoom now, but there's always filter. And filter is not very sexy, you know. And I prefer to see the people, to catch the emotion. And when you design a product, you try to do something like that. Because the best product for me, you put on the table, you put on the street, and people wants to catch, people wants to touch. You don't need to talk. For me, a good product is something like that. It's like an heritage between the culture, between the modernity, in the right timing. It's like an evidence. For me, personally, it's a question of energy. I need to catch energy. I need to catch energy with my client, with a material, with a machine, you know, it's a question of energy. My job is like a sponge, you know. I need this energy to analyze, and after that I cook. It's like when you write something like a book, you need to catch the right word and to assemble together. It's like a chef when you cook something. My job is the same, just to catch. There is a cahier des charges, you know, there is an ambience, there is a context. But my job is just to be sure I'm open to receive this energy, and after that to analyze and to try to do something, because it's a big job. And when it doesn't work, it's a pollution. You need to trash. All the time, you need to present something, the good answer of the question. And you can do that everywhere around the world. But inspiration is energy. Landscapes, sure. Environment is important for me, and people.